More seriously, what would be where would India, China finally find a equilibrium or a balance? It will, here's the problem. Both of us are rising, obviously at a different pace with different starting points. I think the Chinese started off earlier, much more, much more intensively and robustly than we did. But it's in the nature of things that, at some stage everybody flattens out, so there'll be a period where they'll be flattening out and we'll be growing. I'm not in denial of, what the numbers today suggest, but if one looks, for example, at the Goldman Sachs prediction, which is that we'll both really, by about 2075, end up as $50 trillion economy plus, and will be the two closest to each other. Now, the international relations version of that issue would be, if both of us are moving vis-a-vis each other and vis-a-vis the world, how do we construct an equilibrium? That there will be occasions when one or the other would want to change, to do something to press home a particular advantage, and the other will resist it. Here's the immediate issue, which is, from the 1980s, really, late 80s, we had an understanding on the border precisely because it suited both of us. Now, there was a departure after after 30 years, a departure on their side in terms of how they behaved on the border. And there's a pushback from our side. So I think management, arriving at equilibriums, then maintaining those, refreshing those, is going to be one of the biggest challenges for both countries. It's not going to be easy. The bit which, the mind games which will be played would be, it's just between the two of us. There's nobody. The other 190 odd countries in the world don't exist in our relationship. That will be the mind game which will be played. I don't think we should play it. Because if there are other factors out there in the world which can be harnessed by me to get better terms on an equilibrium, why should I forego that right? So part of, today, when I say think through your own solutions, is don't give another country, which is clearly a competitive country, a veto over our policy choices. And unfortunately, in the past, that has happened from time to time. So we should be confident enough to leverage the international system to create the best possible outcome. Your second issue, Russia, China. It's